On this episode of Ice Pilots NWT, Buffalo Airways turns a DC-4 into a flying fuel tanker. Trouble between the sexes heats up with the arrival of a new pilot.
Welcome to Buffalo.
And Chief Pilot Arnie Schrader has a birthday from hell. The Christmas season has come and gone at Buffalo Airways, and with it, a string of problems on the Mackenzie Valley Run.
The Valley Run is very challenging. It is 1,000 miles. That aircraft flies 1,000 miles 4 times a week.
Today, Buffalo's most senior employee, 65-year-old Chief Pilot Arnie Schrader, is flying the run.
How you doing?
No one at Buffalo has more experience than Arnie, and no one knows him like Kelly Jurasovic.
He's a workaholic. Arnie likes to fly. And I think as long as he can fly, Arnie will fly.
As chief pilot, Arnie also trains Buffalo's rookie pilots.
A lot of them are just like suddens, you know? Oh yeah, you get very, very close to them.
Arnie's in a spot now where he's kind of like an old Jedi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he has to pass on his knowledge.
Today, some of that knowledge will be passed on to his co-pilot, Scott Blue.
Watching him, you learn a ton. He's got thousands and thousands of hours on some seriously cool machines.
I've got about 37,000 hours, so that would be about 4.5 years in the air.
Arnie and Scott's Valley Run in the C-46 aircraft include stops in Norman Wells, Fort Good Hope, and Delaney. And today, something new. They're taking Kelly along for the ride.
Scott's probably looking for me.
Well, I'm pretty excited. I've never been on the 46, and I've worked here for a year, so I can hardly wait to go because I get to meet all the people in the communities. Arnie's given me the chance to go, and I'm really, really excited.
She wanted to go along because she wanted to meet and greet all the people that she deals with every day on the phone. So it's very good of her to want to do that because most of the people we've had working there don't do that.
The first stop on today's Valley Run is Norman Wells. Just before Christmas, co-pilot Scott Blue was stranded there for 10 days when the C-46's engine seized up. He's hoping this visit will be short and sweet. But first, he has to land the bulky C-46 in gusty conditions.
Roger, that's still pretty high. Lower your nose. Okay. Good, Scott. You're doing good. Just now, force it down. 50 seconds. Hold it level, hold it level. We'll do a wheel landing. Spin straight out. Okay, push the stick again. Good. Like kissing your sister. All good.
Instead of a delivery, Arnie and the crew have a pickup here. A 900-pound pipe destined for Yellowknife. It's an unwieldy piece of cargo.
Turn it like this. Good, 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 good. Jump forward.
They were rushing it a little bit with that forklift. The driver was a little jerky with the forklift. It was a different guy operating that forklift than normally does.
Did it hit the plane?
No. Holy cow. That was a close call.
When he slipped and fell, too, and I thought that pipe had hit him, it scared the hell out of me. Like, I couldn't imagine if something happened to Arnie.
Steel against steel, it moves pretty quick when it decides to slide.
All right, he's a little bit too narrow on that. And thank God it didn't hit the tail, or else we'd have been screwed.
That stuff happens now and again. Hopefully not too often, but it does.
Let's leave it. Tip up, Kyle. We'll leave it and come back and pick it up when the load's off.
Arnie decides to give the forklift driver a chance to practice. He'll come back later after they've unloaded more cargo up the valley.
Nobody got hurt, the plane's okay, right?
Yeah. Lots of matters. Thank God.
No shit.
Next stop, Fort Good Hope, where Kelly meets one of her customers.
Hi, George. I'm Kelly. Nice to finally meet you, my dear. That's really heavy, George. You got her?
She's locked. We're rolling.
Then it's off to Yellowknife, a remote community of 250 souls on the shore of Great Bear Lake, less than 100 clicks south of the Arctic Circle. Before Christmas, Kelly had to bump Yellowknife's food and mail shipment for over a week due to mechanical problems on the C-46, and her customers weren't happy.
Sometimes I get a little bitchy, especially Seymour over his potato chips. Seymour, my buddy! I make sure he gets them no matter what. I'll bump his milk versus, you know, he's got to have those chips.
So good to meet you, Seymour. This is awesome. That's my name.
Seymour Jacobs, who runs the local food co-op, has never met Kelly in person, and she's not exactly as advertised.
I'm looking for this 500 pound.
I told him I was 500 pounds and about 4 feet tall. It's so good to meet you.
A quick visit, but long enough for Kelly to put a face to what was just a voice on the phone.
It was awesome. It was really good. He's hilarious. It's so funny how you think somebody looks and then you finally meet them and they look so different. It was pretty cool.
Next, Arnie and the crew are heading back up the valley to pick up that massive pipe that gave them so much trouble in Norman Wells.
Straight ahead now. Straight in now. As far as you can go.
This time, Arnie uses the onboard winch to help pull the 900-pound pipe into the cargo bay.
You're good, Arnie?
And leaves the heavy lifting to his crew. The pipe's on board. Time to head back to Yellowknife. From the most senior flyer on Buffalo's roster to the one who hopes to be the newest. Jeremy Dow is a ramp hand, or rampie, the entry-level position at Buffalo Airways.
Any bets on how successfully I'm going to make it to the van?
Straight out of flight school, Jeremy's come north with ambitions to fly Buffalo's big vintage World War II aircraft.
I rock.
But before he can get into those planes, he first has to pay his dues as a courier van driver making pickups and deliveries all over town. And working the ramp in the brutal cold. At 6'4", 245 pounds, Rampie Jeremy can haul ass with the best of them. After 4 months on the ramp, he knows what it takes to move up at Buffalo.
You have to work as hard as you can all the time, running, working, lifting. It all has to be done with just the best, most efficient, fastest way you can possibly do it.
The key to Jeremy making the jump from the ramp to the cockpit is someone who comes from the other side of the world. Ramon Shrivastava, not your typical rampie.
Ramon came here on my recommendation. I met him during some flight training down in Vancouver.
He's the guy called me up here.
Yeah, this
New word, altogether new word.
him here is all my fault. I feel fine about it. My conscience is clear.
Ramon traded the balmy heat of his home in Kanpur, India, for the deep freeze of northern Canada.
The day I landed here, it was coldest day in the world. They said so coming all the way from here to what the heck? This Yellowknife.
Oh, Ramon's a nice guy.
Good.
He's a hard worker. He's trying to make the best of everything living up here.
Quite a few people here, they said, you are crazy, you're gonna make a mistake in your life. It's gonna be very, very tough for you.
And if the bone-numbing temperatures aren't bad enough, the job requires a fair bit of muscle. And for Ramon, that's in short supply.
feeling that stronger as they are right now, but trying to build up my muscles so that compete with them for sure.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit with the physical aspect of it. It's certainly his first physically demanding job. He's in good shape, he's just very small.
If Ramon can tough it out, he could replace Jeremy as a rampie, freeing Jeremy to move up the ladder.
Moving up the ranks one step. I'm definitely the next in line.
Just arrived from Quebec, some 3,000 kilometers away, Audrey Marchand heads off in the dark for her first day of work at Buffalo Airways. Audrey was working for a small airline in the South and chalked up just over 200 hours in the cockpit. She's come to Buffalo with the hope of quickly building her flying time on some seriously big planes.
If I can be a co-pilot in about 3 or 4 months, it will be fine.
How you doing?
Very good, and you?
Good.
When a pilot comes in to Buffalo Airways, they think that they should be flying right away.
But that's not the way things work around here. Audrey is thrown onto the ramp where Director of Flight Operations Mike Hanley gives her a quick orientation.
The aircraft and the tail. What I'll do is I'll watch them when they come and I'll give them thumbs up because we also have to watch the wingtip on the other DC-3 part here.
Yes.
So we have to make sure when he comes in, he doesn't clip the other wingtip. So you really
Audrey tries to follow Mike's rapid-fire instructions.
So you always want to hold your hand out far beside you and have your thumb up in the air.
Okay, great.
A lot of our young guys are notorious. They'll just sit there and stand there like this or like this. If it's too close to your body, you can't see it. So if you have any questions, you'll just ask.
Okay.
Like don't ever think you don't have to ask a question. If you don't ask, that's the worst thing to do.
Yes.
It's a lot for Audrey to absorb, but that's how Buffalo operates.
Quickly grab the chocks.
You're thrown into the fire on day one. The DC-3 arrives.
I was really impressed because the planes are so big.
It's time for Audrey to get to work as a rampie.
The fact of the matter is, not everybody can do it or is willing to do it. But at Buffalo Airways, if you can survive the training period, when you're down in the trenches and you work your way up, you could be a Buffalo Airways pilot.
And on her very first shift, Audrey meets the man she will have to impress, Buffalo Joe McBryan.
Morning, Joe. We have a new rampie starting today.
Who's that?
It's me.
It's you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Joe McBryan, like I said.
Where are you from?
Quebec.
No kidding. That's my first shoot.
But rampie Jeremy Dow is not impressed.
When I first saw her, my bets on her sticking around were pretty damn low. She looks like she's about 100 pounds soaking wet, and she's about 5 foot nothing.
Like the first.
A rampie's life is all about grunt work, far from the romance of flying vintage aircraft.
I hope I'm not gonna stay long as a rampie. I hope I'll be flying soon.
For me, a rampie is somebody who doesn't talk about being a pilot, because technically you're not a pilot. Even though you might have spent $50,000 at a flight school to get a thing that says I'm a pilot, you're not a pilot.
I want to be a pilot. I don't want to be a rampie.
But that could take a while. Buffalo Airways is feeling the pinch of the global recession this winter.
Really?
So any new contract is a welcome addition to their bottom line.
Yeah, 'cause, it won't take us long. It takes a half day to get the plane ready, and then, well, we can do her.
The remote village of Uranium City in northern Saskatchewan is running extremely low on fuel. They need Buffalo to fly in some gasoline from Stony Rapids, the closest town.
Our DC-4 can do about 10,000 liters a haul, so that's still 5 trips.
To accomplish this, gas tanks must be installed on the DC-4 right away.
The thing we got to watch with this is we don't break our valves off.
It's hitting on the end here, guys.
Do any damage to the valves, once we go to fill it up, we're going to have a pretty big spill.
You go another half foot over here.
Buffalo rookie pilot Alex Wagner will be tagging along to get in some more flying time on the DC-4.
I am getting itchy fingers. It's just great actually to be at the helm.
Alex came to Yellowknife specifically to learn to fly the DC-4.
I wanted to fly the DC-4. That's where you do it, and I wanted to fly a real machine, not a computer.
The DC-4 is a 70-year-old 4-engine piston prop plane. And Buffalo Air is one of the few places still flying them.
The airplane was designed as a carrier of freight and troops in the Second World War.
For Alex, getting to fly this vintage plane is the chance of a lifetime.
I feel privileged, actually, just to fly this piece of history.
At Buffalo, everyone, even the pilots, help make sure the aircraft is prepped and ready.
This gives a chance for Alex to show his merit and see how he does on the job.
After working through the night to install the 2 huge fuel tanks on board, the Buffalo crew has the DC-4 ready.
Mission was to fly 50,000 liter of automotive gas from Stony Rapids to Uranium City.
The man in charge of the mission is Captain Justin Simley.
Secure left. Secure right. Radios and instruments. All set. Flaps. Brakes and north.
Transporting 10,000 liters of volatile gasoline is too sensitive a job for a rookie like Alex. The DC-4 can be as twitchy as a racehorse.
Well, they can be a little bit cantankerous, and you gotta think ahead with them. I mean, you know, especially in the cold temperatures.
Power set. Check.
So Justin will be at the controls when the fuel tanks are full. And when they're empty, Alex will get some valuable flying time, including his first takeoff in the DC-4.
Okay, let's go to 30. Go to 30 with me now. And 30, good on top. Okay, let's set 47 now. And off the front. Okay, check.
It's a pretty big chunk of metal to start struggling with it.
A2, rotate, positive read. You're up.
They're off to Stony Rapids to pump the tanks full of fuel
Check, go flying.
and turn this aircraft into a flying tanker truck.
We're making a very special cake.
It's Chief Pilot Arnie Schrader's birthday, and his good friend Kelly Jurasovic and her niece Janelle Glenn are baking him a cake.
Just making a cake for Arnie's 66th birthday, and he'll love it. It's gonna be pretty good. That should be enough, eh?
Even though it's his birthday, Arnie's not doing anything differently. He's headed up the Mackenzie Valley again today. On board are co-pilot Scott Blue and mechanic James Dojak.
Alright, 154 is flying at the back track. Check 154 on the right.
By the time this birthday is over, Arnie will wonder why he didn't just take the day off. The flight from Stony Rapids to Uranium City is only 160 kilometers, but with volatile cargo on board, the crew is on high alert. Halfway there, the weather turns humid and the exterior of the plane begins to take on ice.
You'll just build on the leading edge of the wing there. It's not looking good at all.
Older planes like this DC-4 have no de-icing equipment.
Well, in these aircraft, we don't have de-icer boots or needed leading edges to get the ice off the wing. Ice increases your stall speed.
In aviation, a stall is not when the engines fail. Stall is a sudden reduction in lift. Icing on the wings can induce stall by disrupting the flow of air over the curved top of the wing, critical to create lift. To avoid stall caused by icing, airspeed must be increased to compensate. But Justin tries to escape the freeze-out altogether by dropping in altitude.
So we're gonna try to get out of it here.
If it doesn't work, this flying fuel tanker could fall from the sky like a brick.
All around, not a very good thing. So we're gonna try to get out of it here. We're gonna descend out of it.
Justin maneuvers to get the plane down into drier air.
It's not too bad. We don't have much on there, so we're out of it now. We're between layers again.
The threat of stall is averted, for now.
We'll just sit tight for now.
Justin continues on to Uranium City with 10,000 liters of fuel in the hold. Meanwhile, Audrey Marchand is working hard as a new Rampie in hopes of getting promoted to the cockpit. But Jeremy Dow, who has already worked the ramp for 4 months, has his doubts about her.
Definitely doesn't look like the type that I would expect to be all that happy here. She looks too fragile.
Being a female pilot anywhere, let alone Buffalo Airways, I can imagine would be pretty rough. But hopefully she'll pull through. She'll pull through.
Less than 7% of all commercial pilots in North America are women. Aviation is still a male-dominated industry.
Is that Audrey here?
Yes, I'm here.
Buffalo Joe calls Audrey to his office to pass on some words of wisdom.
The reason you're here is to learn.
Yep.
And it's strictly up to you.
I'll do my best.
How you learn and how well you learn. Every day you gotta learn a little more. Every day you gotta be a little further ahead than you were. So
Joe's soft spot for female flyers has Jeremy looking over his shoulder.
Girls do get a free ride in Buffalo a little bit.
They pull their weight like the guys very, very well, and while they're on the team, the guys have to ship up and pull their weight because they don't want to be overshadowed by a lady doing better.
I know a lot of guys here told me that I have a big advantage because I'm a girl.
She'll get more than her fair chance at flying here in Buffalo.
If someone come here and tell me that I will take the place in the cockpit tomorrow morning as a co-pilot, I will take it. That's for sure.
I will get her down to Syracuse. Understood?
Birthdays are just like any other day for Buffalo's chief pilot, Arnie Schrader. Celebrating the Big 66 today, Arnie and his crew, co-pilots Scott Blue and engineer James Dojak, are 600 kilometers northwest of Yellowknife. They're about to land the C-46 in a mother of a windstorm.
Quite a wind there, Scotty, so just see what it's like as we get closer. Roger that.
The C-46 is only rated to land in a 12-knot crosswind. Its wide profile acts like a sail. This tail-wheeled aircraft is weighted to the rear, so on landing, a straight approach is crucial to avoid the back end swinging sideways. As they get closer, wicked crosswinds blast the chunky C-46.
It doesn't like crosswinds. Can be temperamental when you flare for touchdown, and just a general pain in the butt.
Well, the C-46 is very difficult to fly well because it's a large tail-wheel airplane with a very large fuselage, so it's very dangerous in crosswinds. So if it starts to swing, it wants to continue to swing.
Oh, she's windy.
And the winds were pretty strong, so we're coming in at an angle. We weren't coming in straight.
Stay there, going. Can't put the nose down. Just following along with you here. Gotta stay right on it and be straight. Oh, she's got a good wind on her, I'll tell you. That's unbelievable. Go for 3. Honestly.
You're limited to when you can fly that thing at strong winds, and if you look around the Arctic, there's all kinds of C-46s strewn all over it. And it was all because of wind always. Too much wind, and they'd ground loop them and wreck them.
357, 110, hang on to your hats, boy. It's gonna be rough.
It's so bad that even a seasoned flyer like Arnie is struggling to align the aircraft with the runway in Toledo.
Be prepared for a go-around. Roger that, I'm on the throttle so fast.
The crosswinds rock the C-46 as it closes in on the landing strip.
We're gonna have to go, we can't handle it here. Still not your way in. Roger that. Flash that.
Arnie makes a split-second call and aborts the landing.
Around that bare rock there, it's pretty turbulent, and the wind was blowing about 40, 45 miles an hour, and it was across the runway, so we just Over, Sean.
Unfortunately, the 500 residents of Toledo will have to wait another day for fresh supplies.
It was a good decision to try not to land.
James is relieved, but Arnie's birthday from hell is far from over. Uranium City. Population under 100. Fuel supply nearly empty. Dean Clausen runs the local fuel delivery business. He's heading to the airstrip to meet the Buffalo DC-4. It's carrying the first of 5 10,000-liter loads of gasoline.
And we're out of gas in town. And the next supply would be the winter road, so can't run a community without any gas.
Normally, gas is trucked up on the ice road across Lake Athabasca, but the ice isn't thick enough yet to support the weight of trucks. So flying the gas in is the only option.
Fuel trucks pulling in. Cool.
Buffalo's come to our rescue quite a few times in the past. They're really kind of a savior this year.
The DC-4 lands, and there's no time to waste. The 10,000 liters of fuel needs to be transferred from the plane to Dean's truck. But pumping the gas is taking up valuable time.
We don't want the engines freezing up, that's for sure.
If the once red-hot engines freeze up, the crew could be stranded here, and Buffalo's fuel delivery contract would be thrown into jeopardy. The fuel transfer is done, but Justin, Dan, and Alex have 4 more loads to pick up in Stony Rapids and deliver to Uranium City, all in a day's work. After a rough ride and aborted landing over Toledo, birthday boy Arnie Schrader, co-pilot Scott Blue, and mechanic James Dojak approach Norman Wells, their final stop of the day.
Flat tire?
We landed and the airplane started all shaking and everything, and Arnie's all, he blew a tire off.
Tail wheel. Or a broken tail wheel.
Just started bouncing a little bit, and immediately Arnie's like, "Oh no, we blew a tire,"
I gotta get it off the runway. Roger that. Hopefully we just bust out of it. Right the airplane off.
What is it, flat or broken?
Changing a tire in these conditions won't be easy.
Blowing 30 knots, so it's really not very good changing the tire.
The first priority is to tent the engines so they don't freeze up.
I'm gonna need help putting these tents on!
If we don't get the wind off of that engine, it's gonna freeze out and then she won't start. He's gonna replace that tire, so we'll be here for a while. And they cool down fast, so 20, whatever the gust of 30, who knows, wind. I had the tent on top of the engine on the right-hand side.
Grab it! Great.
It was just getting tossed like a rag doll. And for a second there, I was worried I was going to get tossed off.
They only managed to get a tent on the engine most exposed to the wind.
The 3 of us who couldn't hold on to it. It's like a parachute once it take off, eh?
As the mechanic on board, James is responsible for fixing the flat tire. There's just one problem.
You've never changed one before?
He'd never changed the rear tire on before.
I'd never done it out in the field before, so yeah. Wind's blowing and got the snow coming at you. And my first thought was, I gotta do this now.
Normally, James is up to his armpits in airplane guts in the relative warmth of the Buffalo hangar.
Go.
Like all the engineers at Buffalo, he'll take 60-year-old piston pounders over modern jets any day.
You get a chance to get dirty. In the newer airplanes, you really don't get a chance to get dirty. We're diehards, really. You know, we love the machines, so that's kind of what drives us to keep them going. You got to give it love and care, and she'll keep going and going.
During the brutal winter months, Buffalo engineers often fly on board in case anything goes wrong. Like a flat tire.
You have to jack it up so you can get the wheel out and the new one in.
They have a jack, but there's still a problem.
Don't have the great height.
Size matters.
A smaller jack or something we could brace it on and then rejack it. You need like blocks of wood or bricks or something.
The jack isn't raising the tail high enough to lift the wheel off the ground.
Still too f***ing low.
Need 2 more 2x4s.
But the higher James raises the tail in these roaring winds, the more precarious the balance. After using every scrap of wood on board and every expletive that comes to mind, success. But now, all that's holding up the rear of the 43,000-pound aircraft is one small jack mounted on top of a stack of 2x4s.
That wind, it had caught the tail and knocked it over on the ass, and you know, we're underneath it, you know.
At the Buffalo hangar in Yellowknife, new Rampie Audrey Marchand is feeling more like a janitor than a pilot.
Like, you know, the broom man. The broom man is useful, but who wants to be a broom man?
I'm gonna go tell Audrey that she's coming to Hay River tonight on the Sked, which she probably isn't expecting.
Audrey has been chosen to fly tonight with the boss, Joe McBryan. A chance Jeremy would rather be getting himself.
So, you are heading to Hay River tonight?
Under Joe's scrutiny, Audrey will be showing off her piloting chops on the DC-3 evening Sked flight.
Oh, I'm just happy to fly, because it's been a while.
Flying with Joe is a rite of passage for every Buffalo Rampie who aspires to become a working pilot.
I feel pretty confident. I think yes. I hope. I hope it's gonna be great.
While Jeremy has seniority at Buffalo, it's not the only factor that will get him closer to the cockpit.
Well, capability is number one. Seniority, they'll become senior by capability.
I believe that somebody should be rewarded on how hard they work.
Jeremy's working hard, but he's beginning to see that Audrey may be more of a threat than he originally thought.
I've heard rumors that if there's anybody who's gonna jump somebody in line, it's a girl.
Tough shit, like, that's just how it is.
If she makes a good impression on Buffalo Joe, Audrey could move up the ranks before Jeremy does.
It's whatever Joe says. Whatever Joe says goes.
This is real life, this is what happened.
In some of these situations, the best man doesn't always win.
On the tarmac in Norman Wells, the bitter wind and cold make even a basic task like changing a tire a major deal.
Your fingers go numb in no time flat, and the wind's just blowing all the heat away from you.
After an hour, you know, 40, 50 below, you start to really feel it. You can hurt yourself pretty bad.
While birthday boy Arnie Schrader keeps warm in the plane, fear of frostbite has mechanic James Dojak and co-pilot Scott Blue ducking for shelter.
That's to get me home tired. Yeah, it's cold out today, boys.
I don't know how his fingers are gonna fall off. Like in terms of handling that cold steel in that wind and having to hammer and bang and figure it out.
James finally gets the spare bolted in place. But what could have been done in less than 30 minutes in the hangar has taken them nearly 2 hours in these inhuman conditions. And that's way longer than any of them wanted to leave the engines exposed.
What calls, Scotty?
Now, the question is, will the plane start?
That's the thing about these old machines, that you're fighting a battle against heat retention in the engines and having enough warmth in them to start.
Start that son of a bitch, we're gone.
We're going home.
It looks like Arnie will make it home to celebrate his birthday after all. It's 4 o'clock in Yellowknife. Prep time for Buffalo's evening sked flight to Hay River. Tonight, new Rampie Audrey Marchand will pilot a plane she's never flown before.
It's my first time in this type of plane too, so it's my first DC-3 flight.
If that's not enough pressure, she'll be flying with the boss, Buffalo Joe McBryan. Once they're in the air, Audrey doesn't move to the co-pilot seat as she expects. Buffalo Joe has a different plan for her.
After the takeoff, he said, well, Audrey, go for it, take my seat and fly.
Joe gives Audrey the captain's seat, and co-pilot Ian Bottomley gets her up to speed.
This is a lock.
All the way up like that?
Yep. No.
Joe keeps a close eye from the back of the cockpit.
I was used to fly in little planes, so when I flew that big plane, it was quite exciting. It's like being in a little car and driving a big, big bus.
Make sure you're at the right altitude at your 10 miles, 1,900 feet. And then Joe will be pretty happy with you.
When the plane started to go down to go to Hay River, Joe would take back his seat. But it was very nice to do control of the plane.
989, I got 2050.
Joe is pleased with Audrey's performance.
Enthusiasm, motivation buys it all to start with, so that's there already. So from there on, we'll see where she runs with it. Thank you.
If Audrey can keep impressing him, it could mean getting off the ramp and into the co-pilot seat faster.
I think I did a great job, and at the end of the day, I was proud of myself.
After a successful debut flight in the DC-3, Audrey is introduced to Buffalo Staff House in Hay River. She'll be spending the night here.
Past residents, as you can see, they like to break down washrooms, begin renovations, and then walk away. It's a marvelous thing. There's a sink in the shower, and neither of which work.
We're just gonna close that door and that will be fine.
See, now she's less excited now about being in Hay River now that she knows what's actually here.
Jeremy's been living here for months and tries to make her feel at home.
When I get in the room I was supposed to sleep in, there was stuff everywhere.
I doubt it's your size. I've been in a lot of staff houses, so I'm maybe biased. This one's pretty nice.
It was just a big mess.
Yeah, we still have to clean people's stuff out a little bit because the last people left in a bit of a hurry and left everything. So we'll clean it out. We'll get you sheets and stuff. Shouldn't be too terrible once everything's all right.
No, not.
It's a big enough room, and I think it's a warm one, so.
Okay, great. No,
Just another staff house room. Welcome to Buffalo.
Jeremy's playing nice, but that will change if Audrey gets promoted before he does.
I'm a great guy right now. If she jumps me in line, well, then civility sort of goes out the window.
Place under your foot.
Yep.
4 flap.
After a hellish birthday battling flat tires, falling pipes, and ferocious winds, Arnie Schrader finally makes it back to Yellowknife. The Buffalo gals have a naughty surprise to cheer him up.
Put it here, eh?
Go.
It's your birthday, have a ball. I can see when he's coming in through the crack here. He won't see us. It's perfect. He's gonna kill us.
Meat sandwich.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious.
Because
He had gray hairs, you know, made out of coconut and white hairs. It was awesome.
It was cool. I was kind of shocked there. It caught me by surprise.
If the rookies at Buffalo Airways can survive 40 years in this business the way Arnie has, they too will have a ball. Or two. Late January and minus 30 here in Hay River, Northwest Territories. Dawn is still hours away, but at the Hay River Crew House, Jeremy Dow's daily grind has already begun.
Oh, shit.
Jeremy has been working as the Hay River ramp hand, or Rampie, for 4 frigid months.
4:45 in the morning. It's my job to start the cars.
Or put another way, over 100 frosty wake-up calls.
God, gotta get the other one going too. It's too damn cold for this.
It's not exactly the glamorous pilot's life he dreamed about in flight school.
It's too damned early. Again. Like it is every day. That's it. People keep taking the big bowls first.
Hay River is on the southern edge of Great Slave Lake. Buffalo's daily DC-3 flight to Yellowknife leaves here sharp at 7:30 each morning and gets put to bed by 7 each night.
I love my job. If it weren't for this, I'd be bored.
It makes a long day for Jeremy, lugging freight, prepping the plane, and making cargo deliveries in between.
Oh, okay. Touching 36 in Yellowknife.
Just like every other Rampie, he's already a licensed pilot. They all put up with the brutal conditions, long hours, and minimal pay for one reason.
Flying something that old, that big, as your first job? Hell yeah.
Every Rampie wants to get behind the controls of Buffalo's fleet of vintage prop liners.
When I talked to my friends, they said, man, you are getting a lifetime opportunity to fly that aircraft.
And each one has a favorite.
I'm gonna start flying DC-3 and DC-4. I dreamt about it.
I definitely, as soon as I saw them, I knew I wanted to fly them, especially things like the Electra.
The C-46 is faster than the DC-3, so that's one of the reasons why I prefer the C-46. More power and making more noises too.
To get a place on the flight deck, the rookies need to impress one man above all, company owner Buffalo Joe McBryan. And he knows exactly what he's looking for.
Your gumption, your ambition, your initiative, your finesse or charisma, whatever it takes, every day now it's up to you. You got the world by that tail and you hang on and pull like shit. Now you can do it. But don't stand by waiting for somebody to do it for you. If you do, you're in the wrong business.
While working the ramp is grueling, it keeps these licensed pilots one step closer to the planes they hope to fly. But they're also expected to pull their weight off the tarmac.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in my new life as a courier.
A recent arrival from Quebec, Audrey Marchand is anxious to move up the ladder.
I I want to be a pilot. I don't want to be a rampie.
And if that also means driving a van, she's gonna suck it up.
I just have to prove them that I can do like everything they can ask me to.
Audrey has one big advantage. She works at the Yellowknife hangar in close contact with Buffalo headquarters.
I'm doing great.
While Audrey's burning rubber,
Yeehaw!
200 kilometers away in Hay River, Jeremy could be left out in the cold, even after 4 months of paying his dues.
The great part about loading the airplane is it's plus 30 in there and minus 30 out here. Try dressing for that. You can't. You either freeze your balls off outside or you roast them inside. There's your options. My balls are out of options. I've got about, 7 days a week, 4 months straight. That's a record or a law or something.
If he's got any hope of moving ahead, Jeremy's got to get to Yellowknife. But first, he needs someone to handle the work in Hay River, so he's lined up an unusual replacement. Raman Srivastava, direct from India.
Got my license, and just within 2 days I talked to Jeremy. He told me about Buffalo, and I said, yeah, it's a good idea to join the Buffalo, right?
He went through a bit of a temperature shock, certainly. He's having a tough time adapting. He's pretty slight. I mean, he's in good shape, he's just very small.
If Raman can hack it here, it will be Jeremy's best chance for promotion. But Raman's also fighting a terrible homesickness for his native India.
Everything is on my computer. That's my dad, that's my mom, that's my sister, and that's my brother-in-law. That's my mom, actually. I love her. I love her. I miss her too much. That's my nephew, my mom, my dad, and she is my would-be.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Thank you. She is gorgeous by heart, too.
Raman's having such a hard time, he won't even reveal just how tough it is to his family.
To be very frank, I don't want to tell them exactly, like, in what situation. Sometimes, you get little struggle with the weather and you are not feeling well, but you can't tell them everything, just because they'll start thinking about you, and probably it's not good for them, right? Same thing happened yesterday, actually. My mom, she started weeping and said, it's enough now, just come back.
If Raman's homesickness gets the better of him, Jeremy is looking at an indefinite run on the Hay River ramp.
I love my job, 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 I love my job.
Back at Yellowknife headquarters, a much more urgent SOS is throwing Buffalo into overdrive.
Oh, I got a call from the Power Corporation and none of it. And in Rankin Inlet, I guess their generators went offline.
Rankin Inlet, a mining village of 2,300 people on the northwestern shore of Hudson Bay, has lost power. 3 of their 4 generators have failed. The community has declared a state of emergency. The one generator still running is allowing essential services like the health center to stay open, but residents must endure blackouts. No lights, no TVs, no ovens, and no heat.
All they have is that one generator is their heart, the heart of the community. It's like your heart pumping blood to your system. So when that heart stops, you get desperate. You do what you have to do. So what's our tentative dispatch?
1 hour.
1 hour and counting.
We're one of the few airlines up here that can, at the drop of a hat, dispatch a plane within a few hours.
You're good over there, Louis?
Buffalo has one plane perfect for the job, the Douglas DC-4.
NWT Power Corp, they build their generators to fit in the DC-4 because for the longest time it was the only plane that could move them. So they are built to just slide in the door.
The DC-4's cargo door measures over 10 feet wide and 6.5 feet tall.
Only a
The 4 was designed as a 42-passenger transatlantic airliner in the late 1930s. Douglas built it with an unusually wide fuselage. Adapted for World War II, it became the C-54 Skymaster and hauled troops and armaments. Buffalo's DC-4 flew in the war. Today, it's got another important mission, but they have to move fast.
It's that kind of job. If you don't jump on it right away, you're going to lose it to somebody else.
Well, their phones just went dead. Like the power's kicking on and off. So, okay, go ahead.
With no time to lose, Buffalo pulls in one of their most trusted captains, Justin Simley.
A lot of drums there, so it's exciting. You know, we got to get there and get the gen set there and get the power on for these people. So, yeah, it's exciting. Gets the blood pumping.
Justin has spent his entire career with Buffalo Airways. He started as the Hay River Rampie.
This would be the airplane we're taking to Rankin Inlet.
Me and Justin kind of grew up together here at Buffalo.
You happy?
He got hit every day. Every day. There wasn't a day Justin was getting hit.
We got a great bunch of guys here. Everything runs pretty smooth, you know.
There wasn't a day when he was getting a hard time from another Rampie, but he never ever quit.
Yeah, we got fuel and drums. You got the refueling kit?
I'll go get it.
Okay.
The plan calls for Justin and co-pilot Charles Lortie to fly the DC-4 to nearby Fort Simpson. There, they'll pick up 2 giant generators, then proceed to Rankin Inlet, 1,500 kilometers away.
I wouldn't worry about sweeping it. It's just going to blow off on takeoff. Out there.
Everybody at Buffalo stepped up. There's no real time to think of what ifs and how comes and why can't we do it or why can we do it. They do it. Justin goes, grabs a sandwich, puts on his jacket, jumps in the airplane and does his job.
Oh, it looks great. You ready to go?
Ready to go.
Okay. Mixture full ready. Stand by. Except for one? Except for one.
Arm set. You're ready?
This Buffalo DC-4 flew over a half-century ago in the historic Berlin airlift, ferrying supplies into blockaded East Berlin. Today, it's flying to the rescue again.
Yes, that's actually pretty amazing to use an airplane that 50 years ago used to be overseas for Berlin airlift. And 60 years later, we're still used the airplane for the same purpose.
It's not a business right now. It's almost like an ambulance.
But the wheels on this ambulance are about to come off. It's a make it or break it day for Buffalo Airways. Two delegates from the Turkish government are arriving in Yellowknife to seal a critical deal. And Director of Flight Operations Mike Hanley is anxious to make a good first impression.
We've got representatives coming from Turkey to finalize the contract negotiations with Buffalo Airways and the CL-215s for the sale and purchase of these aircraft.
The global recession has forced owner Joe McBryan to sell 2 CL-215 water bombers. The 215s are big flying boats that scoop water off lakes and dump it on forest fires.
This is one of the type. This is not the actual airplane. It'll be identical to this airplane.
This $7 million deal for the 215 water bombers is crucial to Buffalo's bottom line during these tough economic times.
It can kind of get you down if you just keep watching the newspapers on this recession they're talking about, or the depression.
We still owe money on the hangar. We still owe money on the 215s themselves and various other things.
This will definitely breathe a little bit of fresh air, a little bit of life into our morale, into our people.
Turkey deal for Buffalo Airways is huge. It's going to save us, and technically we do need saving.
Mike Hanley is on the front lines as Buffalo's one-man welcoming committee.
you doing? You guys for Buffalo Airways?
Yes.
Yes, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good. Welcome to Yellowknife.
The Turkish delegates are lawyer Yasar Ozturk and aviation inspector Orhan Kandir.
40 below zero.
So far, not too cold?
Oh, too cold.
Too cold? You'll get used to it after a while.
While Mike brushes up on international relations, Buffalo's cargo manager Kelly Jarasovic and her niece and assistant Janelle Glenn have their own special assignment.
Turkey time. I gotta get Arnie's hair cut and make sure he doesn't wear a Harley t-shirt today. So we're off to cut his hair, pluck his eyebrows, pull some nose hairs, wax them, you know.
Joe has asked Chief Pilot Arnie Schrader to take the Turkish delegates out for dinner tonight.
Cute?
So it's makeover time.
Well, you know, they've spent a lot of money on these two airplanes, and we haven't got it yet, so we better get spruced up a little bit and wine and dine them so we can get paid.
Arnie's a key part of the contract. He'll lead the crew flying the 215s across the North Atlantic, then stay on to train the Turkish pilots.
Well, there's that barber downtown where Kelly does just as good a job, so.
You are one sexy man, huh?
She's such a eh?
But first, he needs to help close the deal.
Arnie's got his hair cut. Anybody can tell that something's gonna happen. Either that or someone died.
Across town, would-be pilot Audrey is finishing up her courier run and living by the first rule of a rampie: never stop moving.
Do my best. I try to.
The rampie in my book should always be at work. They should always have work on their mind. To become a successful rampie is to basically erase everything in your mind about being a pilot, and you have a job. If the job is getting a frost fighter for the airplane, that's your job. Still, to this day, I can't understand why they would put themselves through what they do. But I also understand that they have to, and if they don't, someone else will.
Audrey's fresh attitude and enthusiasm are threatening to eclipse Jeremy's months of hard work.
I'm setting personal records, all right. Yeah, definitely hours worked in a week and in a month. And I probably just cleared the record of, you know, hours worked in a year in the last 4 months, which is probably not good, but it happens.
Big airplane.
Yet, Buffalo Joe has singled Audrey out as the rampie most likely to climb the ladder.
Yeah, to see how it works. I was hoping that, you know, she'd move through the system as quick as she can.
The next step up is flight attending. It might not sound like a great promotion, but at Buffalo, it's the key step between working the ramp and flying the plane.
Now, once they're on the airplane, then they start to learn. They learn to navigate, they learn different areas of the north, different towns, different airstrips, and they learn the environment that we operate in while they're flight attending.
All the rampies know that whoever is trained next as a flight attendant will get first crack at the co-pilot seat. In Hay River, Jeremy's heard the rumor that Audrey might be getting that chance ahead of him.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. There's a possibility that I get pretty screwed out of a promotion. So, yeah, life's a bitch.
This news is dragging him down and affecting his work.
Today, my brain is not working right. So today is going really terribly. Messing up where I put freight and what order I deliver it all in. Forgetting pieces. Today's just crappy. That sounded expensive.
Jeremy's only hope is to get himself to Yellowknife so he can get an equal shot at that promotion. But that means new Rampie Rahman has to be ready to handle the work in Hay River.
We have 2 frost fighters, so that weighs probably around 700, 800 pounds for sure. I got a little pissed off, okay, moving that frost fighter. But then I thought, like, people did it, this thing right here. And they were managing this thing alone. So why not I?
The physical demands of the job are taking their toll. Rahman is running out of gas. 200 kilometers away, the DC-4 is pouring it on. The remote village of Rankin Inlet has been suffering a power outage since last night. Captain Justin Simley and his crew are on an emergency mission to pick up 2 generators in Fort Simpson and rush them to Rankin.
How are you?
On the tiny Fort Simpson airstrip, Justin meets the crew from the local power company.
Operator? Hey man, I'm Justin.
They've got to get both massive generators onto the plane and in the air as soon as possible. There's no time to waste.
We can start putting stuff in.
Good thing Justin learned to hustle on the Hay River ramp.
Off to the right. What's your heaviest piece here? This one?
15,246 pounds.
Looks pretty good. We're just organizing the load. It's got to go in a certain order.
First, some minor modifications.
It's going to be a pretty close fit, so we're just having them take some parts and pieces off the top of the gen set.
The generators have been designed to fit through the cargo doors of the DC-4, but that doesn't include the protruding parts on the top, the muffler and the eye bolts.
We're just trying to get the eye bolts off the top so it'll fit through the door, but they're bolted underneath.
In Rankin Inlet, the one functioning generator is barely holding up. The limited power available is being rotated throughout the hamlet for 1-hour periods. Just enough time to pump a bit of heat.
Rankin Inlet is a remote place to begin with, and if you take away their power, it's kind of like they just disappear into the darkness.
The generator's protruding eye bolts and mufflers are torched off. Now to load them in, but it's still going to be a tight fit.
Slowly. Can't see us. Stop.
They can't find the proper angle to fit the full length of the generator into the plane. Justin's got to find a way.
Straighten your wheels first, please. I know this is frustrating for everybody. Bear with us here.
We have a reputation for finishing the jobs we start, and that's our intention every time.
You're gonna swing it right in your f***ing door.
Not only does a job like this affect our reputation, a job like this can bring in quite a bit of money. Like we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. So we gotta make sure we get this job done.
Just touching the top. It is, eh? Tilt forward a bit. Just a bit. It's gotta go up then. You're gonna clear at the top? Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Come on in. It's grabbing on the floor. Can he go up some? Okay, come forward a little bit. 3 inches, he says. Then if he backs up, we can tilt it. Our problem is that we don't have enough of the generator in the airplane for him to back out. We can't leave it like that. They won't turn. Back it out. Okay? Back out, back out, back out. Whoa, whoa.
You won't clear the corner here. If you turn here, doesn't fit.
Unbelievable. How much room on the back end?
He's got an inch.
An inch? Yeah. This ain't gonna f***ing fly, boy. We can't get her in the f***ing door here. Not this way.
With night falling, the man who was trained to always finish the job is forced to make a difficult call.
Yeah. I'm done f***ing with this generator tonight. I think we all are.
Yeah. But there's still hope. A second, smaller generator. With the setting sun sending Arctic temperatures even lower, the people of Rankin Inlet are in for a cold, dark night if Buffalo doesn't deliver. At the only French restaurant in Yellowknife, Chief Pilot Arnie Schrader and his new haircut have their own job to do. Arnie and his wife and another Buffalo Airways couple are wining and dining Orhan and Yassar from Turkey, potential buyers of Buffalo's 2 water bombers.
Well, we didn't know the representatives, and the people from Turkey they like a little bit of class, so it's just the sales. a sales pitch type thing, you know. Make them feel better, and then things go easier, you know, with the sale and that.
You might expect company president Joe McBryan to be there when $7 million are on the table, but he'd rather have Arnie handle the PR.
They'll be just quizzing each other on the cultures of Yellowknife in Canada and what's it going to be like when we get over to your country. So they'll be comparing notes, given back. For tonight is when everybody is super polite.
What are you going to have for supper?
What I'm going to have, bologna sandwiches.
Do you think we got fresh bread?
No, I checked it at noon. We got day old. No, I have no plan on being with these people tonight. I'd like them to meet the people they're going to be working with.
No, man, he just went home, opened up a new case of bologna, made himself a sandwich, sitting there in his boxers, talking about freaking chrome parts on a Mercury.
Arnie's task is to smooth things over before tomorrow's meeting to finalize the sale.
A little bit of whiskey or something helps, you know. Good supper, some wine, makes things go better.
Your honor.
The stage is set. Tomorrow, it's all up to Joe to close the deal. And that's what worries people.
You are no more Hay River guy. You are now Yellowknife guy, right?
In Hay River, Jeremy's opportunities may be opening up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been called to work the ramp at Buffalo HQ in Yellowknife tomorrow. Finally, a chance to show what he's capable of.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely something is wrong just because hooking that thing, it wasn't doing anything.
It's Ramon's chance to prove he has what it takes to handle the Hay River ramp on his own.
I worry, man. I worry.
It's gonna work tomorrow for sure.
Tonight, Jeremy intends to turn this Hindu vegetarian into a true man of the North.
Yeah. So where to put the coin?
With a little hunting trip.
You beat me? Oh yeah. Here we go.
If Ramon can make it here, he might just stick it out. And Jeremy could make the permanent leap to Company HQ in Yellowknife.
What other people are saying about me, like any idea? Like with my today's performance, like till now performance, like.
Still need to work on hustle.
Still need to work on?
Hustle.
Like
faster.
Yeah, that's for sure, but
I know it's developing a technique, but you also got to posture it.
He helped me. He helped me from inside out. I'm very thankful to Jeremy. Like, he always supported me, and you know somebody is there to take care of you in absence of your parents or friends.
Jeremy's even helping him fit in with the Hay River locals.
Jesus, every Buffalo boy should have a dirty. Wow. There you go. No, this is for you, my friend. You gotta drink it.
Thank you.
Right? Does that taste like the last dirty you had?
No, it doesn't.
I have sat here many a Friday night with men as good and or better as you. That have said to me, I gotta get up at 4:30, put the plane on there. And they kept drinking until 3.
Yeah. He's motivating you. He's motivating you.
If they had enough balls to make it from the bar down to this table, they're Buffalo boys.
You call them boys, though, they're not men.
Not yet. No, they're not yet.
They're not men until
It's not up to us to call them men. It's up to Joe to call them men.
Tomorrow, Ramon will find out just how much of a Buffalo man he can be. After struggling all afternoon in Fort Simpson to load a massive generator onto the DC-4, Captain Justin Simley is finally calling it quits.
I'm done with this generator tonight. I think we all are.
But he's still determined to come to the rescue of Rankin Inlet. Justin is confident that the second, smaller generator will fit.
We're gonna take everything else and go to Rankin Inlet tonight. Oh yeah, we're going to Rankin tonight.
Communities got no power. You just quit because you think you might not be able to do the job. You look for solutions.
You want them to the left? Go left.
The financial reality of this mission weighs on Buffalo General Manager Mikey McBryan.
It is a very critical contract, but technically every contract we have is pretty critical. Our main objective was very simple, get the power, get the lights back on in Rankin Inlet.
But the second generator isn't cooperating.
This one's higher than the other one by 1/4 of an inch.
And 1/4 of an inch is exactly the size of a recent modification to the plane.
We put a beefier floor in the DC-4, and the floor had been raised a fraction of an inch.
guess if there's no fucking room, there's no room, eh?
Our reputation is based on our ability to get the job done, so we like to get the job done.
Well, if it won't go, it won't go. Because it simply ain't gonna go in, eh?
That's the way it is sometimes, just a fraction of an inch between success and failure.
And Mikey calls with even more frustrating news.
Oh, you talked to him. Who is? Power Corp or not a good Power Corp? Ciao.
A competing company located another generator and is on the way to rank him. It's done. All the Buffalo boys can do now is go home.
We're all a little disappointed, but well, we'd done everything we could to make it happen, and it didn't work out. So.
They did their job impeccably, on time, as best they could, but the piece would not fit in the airplane. They did as much as they can, and that's real life. That's what happens. That's not a Hollywood ending.
Not only did they fail to come through, they lost a contract that would have helped to fatten the company's books in these lean times. A new day dawns in Hay River, Northwest Territories. Jeremy's getting the chance to work in Yellowknife today and to prove that Audrey isn't the only Rampie who deserves a promotion.
You're out of sight and out of mind down here, which isn't a good thing. You really want to be impressing those you're working for, and there aren't that many chances to do that. You don't really get to demonstrate how hard you're working as well as you could maybe in Yellowknife.
Ramon will be left behind to handle Hay River Rampie duties on his own for the first time. The DC-3 and Jeremy are away. And Ramon is off and running solo, with the first of several courier runs. In Yellowknife, Jeremy is slogging it out on the ramp with renewed passion and working with the full range of the Buffalo fleet.
Big planes rather than the little DC-3s.
Your momentum up till you through the drift.
Jeremy gets instructions from C-46 co-pilot Scott Blue.
And then this is just going on the left-hand side, on top of all the wood.
Yeah.
There's 3 straps, you can just undo it, put it on top, zing, zing, zing.
The workload is much heavier than in Hay River.
Where am I hooking it up to, boss?
I'll show you.
Rookies.
Things are a little frantic, mostly because I've never prepared a 46 and a 4 at the same time. So I'm just gonna focus on this one until they tell me to go the hell over there.
A little more hustling, and the 46 is ready to go. Jeremy's experience is paying off, and Audrey is nowhere in sight. She's been given the day off, but she's not taking it easy. Audrey's keeping fit to stay competitive with the guys.
If I'm not strong enough to push something or to pull something because it's too heavy or to carry something, I'll find another way to do it. But I will really try to do it on my own instead of asking someone else.
Back in Hay River, Ramon has no one to ask for help. He's on his own.
You know, I was trying to drive one forklift today. That's the first time actually I tried putting that big 600-pound box in my van.
So far, Ramon is rising to the challenge.
It was heavy, and especially, you have to be very precise because that machine, it doesn't want you to, run like any heavy thing. Just go with smoothly. It's like tiny bit of changes on the controls and then drop it off slowly. I was trying myself to be very good on that one. You have to deal with hard machines. You have to prove yourself.
But it's gonna be a little trickier than he thought.
It should go in, then we can close the door, right? Otherwise, slippery. Oh, it's heavy, man. Four-time whatever I weigh myself.
Jeremy's drilled into him that if he's going to make it here, he's got to step up and prove himself.
If I'm not enough capable to handle their business, why they'll keep me, right? This kind of business, we do it, and that's how you have to handle it. So you have to be, quite strong to handle that kind of thing. Task is done.
Finally, Ramon feels like a real Rampie.
That 600-pound was challenge. That was a good thing, actually. That motivated me. I can do it. I can lift it now.
Back in Yellowknife, it's D-Day. Buffalo is about to close the $7 million sale of 2 CL-215 water bombers to Turkey. In a recession year, this deal is one bright light in a bleak financial forecast.
Attention all Buffalo employees. Please be advised that our representatives from the Turkish Aeronautical Association will be in the hangar today. Please extend a warm Buffalo welcome. And for God's sakes, don't say anything stupid. Actually, don't say anything.
No, shut, please.
What's he saying? We're a bunch of animals or what?
Joe's playing it cool. He's been in the aviation business for 40 years, and he's seen it all.
But after buying and selling over 100 airplanes on a handshake, if you run down the center of the freeway long enough, you're going to get run over. And it doesn't come back to haunt you, and all of a sudden, one will bite you.
And this deal is one of the most critical of his career.
Joe McBryan. Rod McBryan. He's a director of maintenance. What's your name?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello.
Hi, I'm
our legal consultant.
legal consultant. Lawyer.
I have all the faith in him, but he can f up stuff sometimes, eh?
This is Debbie. You talk to Debbie on the phone? David McGuire? Hello, nice to meet you. This is the lawyer. This is my favorite. This guy I go to like the most.
You could say the most oddest things, and maybe they're not the most socially appropriate phrases.
Just before the meeting begins, the Turks duck outside for a smoke.
No, I gave my Canadian cigarettes, see what they think of it. Told them to take big sucks and knock them on his ass because they're really strong compared to theirs. So he's probably laying out in the snow up there somewhere. Better go find him.
Jeez, I don't know. I think Europeans have been smoking a lot longer than we have. Sit in.
Finally, everyone is assembled. The financial fate of Buffalo Airways is on the line. It's time for Joe to get down to business.
Yeah, the one thing about business is the smile kind of goes away when you start talking business because it's serious to him.
That is not part of this agreement. This agreement today, we buy, sell airplanes.
You were there because I'm here only to get this bill of sale and to tell them that, okay, we have it, send money, and then you...
Money in the bank. Music to Joe's ears.
Deliver paper to him, he delivers papers to you tomorrow morning. Airplanes are starting to be tanked. So I sign here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shake hands with you.
The deal is done, but the work is far from over.
Where are the first ones going to when we arrive? 3 bases. Oh, there's 3 different bases. Okay.
Preparing the planes and getting them across the North Atlantic to Turkey in the middle of winter will take everything Buffalo's got. Energized by his morning smackdown with a 600-pound box,
Task is done.
Ramon has been making record time on another Hay River courier run. He's handling the workload like a real rampie. For the first time, Ramon seems at home in the job, and in the North.
Definitely it's gonna be a good something new in my life. Like, I'm feeling more stronger as compared to when I was living in India. This door is totally frozen, man. So I'm living like a soldier's life.
And today, he's going to experience another northern first.
When I was in chatting with Jeremy, he told me, like, generally we drive over the frozen lake. So I told to my parents, like, I'm gonna drive over the frozen lake. They got scared. What? Are you crazy? Look, we are just about to get into the frozen lake. Wow. See that? It's awesome. Just because now I'm over the water, man. Frozen water, right? I'll say, look at that, it's driving over the frozen water. It's crazy. It's awesome. It is awesome. I like this, actually. I want to lay down here. It's awesome. It's like this. Frozen lake. It's good. Oh, somebody is calling me.
No homesickness now. Ramon has proved to himself that he's got what it takes to make it at Buffalo. For now. That evening, Buffalo's passenger flight rolls onto the Hay River ramp. Jeremy's back from Yellowknife and anxious to hear how Ramon handled things here.
So, how was your first day running Hay River, man?
Good, man.
Yeah? You got Smith and Simpson done today?
Yep, it's all done now.
He's working his butt off. He's trying his darndest to fit in. It's working.
Jeremy's encouraged. Later, at the Hay River staff house,
how's everything going on there?
A call home to his family reveals just how much Ramon is adapting to the North.
Well, I'm doing fine here, and definitely, you know, day by day it's getting better here, getting used to the environment, weather. So it's not like today temperature is minus around 30, so it's not that cold for sure.
Ramon has caught that rampy spirit.
Oh, he's making a serious one, eh? Good, huh?
And for now, Jeremy's game plan is coming together.
Start competing over who can make the best paper airplane.
What is that?
It's an easily modifiable airframe.
Ramon could take over for him in Hay River.
That's a dart.
I'm saying supersonic, man.
That's not an airplane.
It is.
It's not an airplane.
Rocket, man.
Does it have wings?
Technologies, yeah?
Moving to Yellowknife and becoming a Buffalo co-pilot could soon become a reality for Jeremy. But sometimes things have a way of unraveling.